Well, hello peeps, here we have another shaming gameplay video. We're doing some Battlegrounds, and I'm sorry that we haven't had a video in a long time with the Enhancement Shaman. Just unfortunately... Oof, I'm about to get nuked here. It's just unfortunately, as I've said in my last video, it's been kind of a while ago at this point, is that I just personally have not been enjoying the playstyle of Stormstrike, right? Why so? One of the reasons, right, it's physical damage versus like having nature damage, so can be some inconsistencies with that. There's also like, it's just the build that we've been playing for a very long time at this point. Like in BFA even, it was kind of similar all throughout Shadowlands, right? It's been kind of that build, right, with Doomwinds, right? And sure, you had Witch Doctor's Wolf Bones, what was it called, right? A legendary song. We did have some moments like those, but generally speaking, it's always been kind of this one very kind of playstyle that, I don't know, it doesn't feel like Blizzard can find a good way, I guess, to tune it for my maybe tastes or something, right? I just don't enjoy, even though the class is in a generally better spot. We're getting kind of demolished here. The class is like been in a very good spot for a bit now, right? It still has like a lackluster kit, right? You still have those problems. They haven't fixed you know, consistency issues and whatnot, and so like it's definitely like there's things that we can, you know, work on. Sorry, I'm just gonna burst this warlock here. But as I was saying, it's just hasn't, you know, felt interesting to me to play the Shaman like at this specific playstyle. And again, you're just kind of lacking, I guess, a certain amount of power output, or how they say, how would you call it, right? It's like impact, yeah, impact. It's like you just lack impact, especially like in the Soul Surfer environment, right? Where it's like non-organized, you don't know what your team is gonna be, and those things. So unfortunately, just how you say, playing other specs, even like Demon Hunter, feeling like quite squishy, right? You still feel like you can have like impact in the game, right? With Shaman, it's kind of different, right? Okay, you may be playing in a comp that you can have impact in, or right, you're playing in a comp that you're just gonna kind of struggle with to try to do basically anything, right? And that's kind of how I feel about it. Oof, I get destroyed again. And then this horde is probably a pre-made. Today has been like a horde pre-made day, like or maybe just these guys are just kind of zerging good on us. But I don't know if you if this is like a problem on US, but on Europe, Russian pre-mades are like, you know, a huge thing, a constant thing. It's a nice little proc. Get him! Nice. Gonna go for a warlock. But yeah, it kind of, I guess, sums it up, right? I also haven't been like gaming too much during like August. It's just I've been kind of, I guess, keeping up with some content and whatnot. And I'm just getting a lot of damage here. So left mage. Heal myself here. Oof. Unfortunately, marksman there gets me. But yeah, as I was saying, right, it's just at this point, right, I can kind of come back to the class because I've made a long enough break where I just feel like, you know, playing it again, but like definitely like there's some still issues that kind of disappoint me. Another issue would be just the kind of change that I was hoping Shaman would get to become good would happen. Ultimately, they didn't happen. What happened was our heal just got buffed to a point where they're kind of useful again, right? But like, it's not like, you know, like they didn't ultimately solve those like survivability issues and such. Like, that's kind of my thing, right? It just kind of feels like they didn't solve these issues as much as like we would hope. Oh my god. We just gotten like a good cooldown, right? But that all shamans got it right. And as I've been saying for, I don't know, 7 months now or 6 months now, we need enhancement to be tankier than the other shamans, right? You can't have enhanced and elemental be like the same toughness, let's call it like that, because that's like what enhancement lost. We used to have a talent called toughness, even though it wasn't like 5-point talent for some stamina, right? But it still was, right, a clear difference between, you know, the tankiness of an enhancement shaman and the tankiness of a elemental shaman. Because, you know, you as a melee, you just need more survivability, right? You're expected to take damage sometimes or whatever to try it into damage, so that's why, you know, your healing is also like better or, you know, faster to happen on the go. Go not bash my head against 5 people solo. The guys can. Yeah, I'm gonna jump at these guys. Jump at this warlock. Nice. So like I'm still waiting for those like actual survivability like kind of changes, or just that kind of slight buff that enhance gets over the other forms of shaman. Because like again, we're just at that point where it's healing, right? And then you go to the soul shuffle environment and you get absolutely like okay, healing is just, you know, kind of, you know, not the biggest thing in the soul shuffle environment, right? When you have dampening at whatever it is, like 15% at start. So it's like, you get my kind of point, right? It's like shaman just got tunings that made it good, right? But it's not like we got significant character changes, right? To actually make the class just be better in PvP, right? Like we got one thing that all shamans got, and you can't like be like, what are we gonna do? No, man, all shamans got that. We need something intrinsic to us, you know? Right, we need something that only Enhance has, because as far as PvP is concerned, you can't have, you will never convince me that a range class should be as tanky as like a melee class. And I mean overall, just like when you put everything down on the table, right? And of course I'm talking, you know, I'm sure maybe rogues, demon hunters, but you know, a class like shaman is not like a tricky class that has like big outplay potentials and whatnot, right? So, oh my god, yeah. I feel like I haven't gotten healed once by our team's healer. Yeah, rest the druid. Okay, I really have not received a single heal. No insult to the fella. But yeah, we're at kind of the end of the game here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, expect more shaman content to come. I'm sorry that the gameplay was probably not the best, because I was kind of focused on talking here more. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things YouTubers want you to do, and have a nice day.